Alright, greetings and salutations everybody, my name is Axette and I am here to show you a really cool Skyrim mod. It's called LC Castle Invasion, and upon that I'm also going to be showing you the Mercenaries. So before we start, I'll just do a brief explanation. Basically the mod is a kind of a mini game where you get to assault a castle, and I figured the best way to do this wouldn't be alone, so I got my companion. I got Serena here. I'm using my character from my main playthrough just so I have enough bulk, but I'm also using a mod which is called the Mercenaries mod, and I'll show you what to do. Basically, you're able to hire mercenaries at arms. So here I got 4 melee and 4 archers, and I'll show you how to do that real quick before we get started with the actual invasion. Alright, so first off, you want to head over to Whiterun, which is kind of the central town in Skyrim, and locate this man right here, Sad. He's going to be able to hook you up with some mercenaries. Say, I need to hire some people. He's basically going to give you 2 options if you want a melee skill mercenary or a marksman. They're exactly as they sound, melee being warriors, marksman being archers. And it'll ask you for a certain skill level. I personally like the master as high as you can go for them. And it'll ask you how many. Now, each of them is going to be $250 a day, which really, if you've played Skyrim for a while, $2,000 for 8 mercenaries a day isn't too bad. I mean, that's kind of like slaying a dragon. And especially if they die pretty quickly, it's not too bad. But as you see here, it's going to take a little bit of time for them to spawn. They're going to start off as a model like this. And then you'll see here comes my first one. And they are equipped with random weapons and armor, basically. Generally lower end, nothing too high, though they can really hold their own, especially if they're master rank. I mean, these guys, even with low armor, definitely pack a punch. And it's really, really handy, especially for this mod, as you're going to see. So next I want to head north to a place called Falcon Eye Castle, and here we are at the front gates. I have all my guys with me. It might take a little bit of time when you fast travel with mercenaries. I just recommend waiting an hour. Sometimes they'll be behind a tree around the corner and just kind of waiting around, but that's the point. So anyways, let's get to it. Alright, so we are back, and if you've noticed one thing that's different, I decided to double the amount of mercenaries I got. Yep, now I have 8 fighters and 8 archers. And for those of you wondering, you can get mages. You just have to find Kenturo at the Bannered Mare Inn. He'll give you mages. But one last thing before we get started, just showing you how cool the mercenaries are. Individually, you can give them names. They'll give you a name, or they can actually give them one. It doesn't show up in the registry, but does have it. But here they have totally stats and skills, and you can give them other equipment. So though they start off with pretty lame stuff, if you really want good mercenaries, you can give them like better gear and better weapons and stuff. And as you see here, it'll tell you their skills, and you can even ask for their stats, so it'll tell you their health and stamina and everything. And if you want to know how to control them, it'll replace a shout. It's in your powers, and when you use it, this will work. It'll tell you how many mercenaries you have, how much it is a day, and all the orders. So right now I'm going to get them in a formation here, if possible. And we'll get ready to storm the castle. So I believe they just encircle me then in the formation. These guys are kind of off to the side. I'm not really sure what's up with them, if they're stuck or what. As you see, some of them spawn with no armor, weapons, or anything, so it is what it is. I want to see if I can get those guys unstuck, though, is the main point. Come on, people. Shout for me. Is there any way I can just change the mercenary menu? Oh, there we go. Alright. Well, I say let's get into battle. And let's get going. I'll show you how this mod works. And the battle has begun! Charge, people! Oh god, maybe this formation wasn't a good idea. They're surrounding me. Oh, this is crazy. Come on, oh no, I don't want to hit my own guys. Yeah, this is crazy. One sec, I gotta find out a way how to get these this off. Wait, no, powers, mercenary options. Come on, what can I do here? Is there a way I can just guard, dismissed battle vision. Battle vision, that sounds good. I'm guessing that means that they break off in a formation and fight enemies. Alright, so where are the other guys? I can't even tell, there's so many of ours. And I think so far we've been doing well. We haven't lost anybody. These are all Falcon Eyes. And for you those doing the mod, the Falcon Eyes do drop stuff. So if you need extra weapons and stuff, they do have it. They have their basic leather armor. But so this is the first gate, which is going to be just basically, you know, a little outer wall. And the way to get through here is that there's going to be 2 levers. And you have to activate these to get through the fence. In fact, this first one might just be 1 if I'm not mistaken. Nope, it's 2. So as you see here, the first gate's open, but the second one is still locked. And this is how you advance throughout the whole castle. There's going to be these levers in the battlefields. They're generally on either ends that you have to go and fight with. So as you see here, the gate's now opened. And if I can break this down, we're clear to storm kind of the inner, I'd say, the courtyard. Because we got through the main wall, well, not the outer wall, and we're breaking slowly towards the keep. So right now you're going to meet pretty decent resistance, but this area gives you more room to move around in, which is very, very nice, especially compared to the first one. Up here is going to be the first lever invading the castle, and the second one's going to be up on that walkway over here, if I'm not mistaken. And obviously showcasing the mod's strong points, but in the end, you know, it's fun, I think, to figure this all out for yourself too, so not just run ahead. But as you see here, it's just this epic battle going on. If you enjoyed the wars and those Mercenaries mod, you know, if you want to have those during the war, that's even crazier, you know. So right now we're doing pretty well. I don't think I've lost many guys, if any. They are very, very strong. It's surprising, really. And I can't seem to find the second lever here to activate the next gate. I almost want to say it's up here then. Did I pass it then? Nope. Not there, not here. Strange though, because I thought it was up here around some ridge or something. Is it over here? Here we go. Yeah, I knew it was over here somewhere. It's going to be right up here, and this will be the second lever that gets you into the inner wall. So from now on, we are out of the courtyard into the inner wall. We still have a few more tiers to go, but so far the invasion's going awesome. As you see, I have all my guys, I think, following me, which I wish they would kind of branch off, but it's nice to know that they're all kind of here. Now this area, it's going to get crazy and crazier the deeper you get in. The enemies do not get harder, but they get a lot larger in size. I mean, you're gonna have, after we open up this next gate here, you're gonna see just how many guys are gonna be storming that little tunnel necked area, and that's where I recommend you go forward in front of your men if you can tank it out, and use some shouts, because really it gets intense. And really, as you see here, the power of the soldiers isn't much more than your average bandit you're going to find out in the woods. In fact, even less than. But that's, I think, just, you know, for the mod's sake. The difficulty, you know, can't affect that. I think I'm playing on a pretty average one, though. So as a good basis. But overall, I mean, if you like the wars, here's a very custom, you know, you don't feel bad, I guess, or whatever side you choose. And you get to fight through. Now this one was very difficult for me. It took me a long time to figure this one out. Basically, the first lever is going to be right here. And I thought the second one would be on the other end as usual, but it's not. It's actually around this keep here. I wish I knew where all my soldiers were off to. But as you see here, I'm going to fight around here. This one's kind of hidden away in this little outer, I guess, ring. If I can get to this guy. Boom. And granted, for those wondering, this is my level 50 character with over 1,000 armor and quite a good amount of health and stamina, so that's the only reason I can really tank through this as much as I have. If you have a lesser character, it's not going to work as well. These doors do not work, but what you were looking for, if I can... There you go, I was wondering where you went. It's going to be right up here. And this lever is going to be the second one that activates. And you're going to want to rush back to your men. And I mean literally rush. Because what's about to happen will literally wipe out all of your men if they're at the front gates. I did not realize how bad it would have been. I really hope I can make it in time. Alright, none of my guys are in there yet. I don't even know where my mercenaries are, to be honest. But you want to get down there and fight because so many guys have spawned that it really... I lost my entire when I did this my first run through with 4 mercenaries of melee skills, it eliminated all of them. I mean, there were so many crowding those gates. I couldn't believe it. Alright, I want to get my men on me here. I want to get them. Follow me. Hopefully that will get them all to come over here. I don't know where they all are. I'd like to think they're somewhere nearby. I hope I hope they're not all dead. I'd be actually really surprised because my other ones lasted really long. Okay. Ugh. Now where are my other? There's one of my archers. Just trying. It gets a bit laggy when it comes to all the different soldiers, but it should be okay for the most part. I wish it would despawn their bodies like in the war. I'm gonna go off and try to see where my other mercenaries are. Here's a falcon eye archer. It says there's 2 more down here. I think this is where some of them are, fighting off the rest of these archers and such. Because I guess we missed some. Oh, finisher, baby. Yeah. And behind me, that's one of my mercenaries. Okay, now hopefully now they'll all start. Here they come. Yep, they were just finishing off some guys in the courtyard. So you see here, here's my main troop again, at least for the most part. We'll see how many we have near the end. It's really hard to tell during the battle a lot of the times. But as long as you are kind of the forefront, a lot of your men are going to be fine. I just view them kind of as extra followers, but you have to pay them. So that's not as fun. Up here, the first one, if I'm not mistaken, is going to be up. If it's not here, then there it is. It's over there. Oh. Come on here. Go through. All right. So the next lever is going to be up here on this ridge. And if it's up. There it is. Yeah, here's the first one. And as you see, these chests actually do have stuff in them. They can range from a lot of different things. It can be just gold like that, or it can actually have rarely, like I said, you saw those Daedric arrows and a bunch of stuff. So you can get quite a few goodies by doing that. And now, I believe the second one is going to be up again, kind of like how the last one was along the wall. This one's going to also be around here. There are my men taking them out. Doing a good job, men. I wish I could find out where Serana went, because she's like my main follower. I don't think she can die. And here we go. Here's the second one. And now I believe we're going to get in. We are in the kind of inner keep now. I think we're going to get in there. It's going to get crazy, though, because the more you get in, it just gets more and more guys. And as you see so far, we're definitely holding our own and definitely fighting pretty well. These mercenaries come in a huge handy, if nothing else, just to distract all the fodder that comes out of here, because it gets insane. Right here, as you see, it just, these little walkways get bottlenecked so easily, and you can lose a lot of men if you're not taking a lot of hits on the front. Just because of, like, sheer number-wise, they can outnumber you by a ton. Alright, going through. And soon we're going to be finding that head honcho here and be able to take him out. I believe the lore, which will be in the mod's complete description, is that this man took over Falcon Eye Castle with his band of soldiers, and you're basically trying to liberate it back, or take him back. It does coincide with another mod he has. It's very cool, though. I highly, highly recommend you check it out. If nothing else, if you've seen this battle, if you enjoyed Skyrim battles and wanted more guys on your side, like, I don't know about you, but I always had a fun little idea of, like, getting my own little... Oh, I almost killed my mercenary archer. That would have been very bad. Like, getting my own little... Dang it, I keep mixing up who's a soldier and who's a mercenary. But definitely, if you had kind of a dream of having a small little platoon, like, I would love that. I mean, just imagine doing these on the main quests or the war scenes, having your own company following you. It's just great. Alright, so now comes the fun part, if I can find it. I believe it's only one lever, and it gets us into the inner keep. And this is where we're actually... I mean, right now we are way, way inside here, and we're going to actually get into the castle and face the boss we need to face. He's not much more difficult than a bandit chief, I'd give him. I mean, he's stronger than these guys, but really, if you have a buffed out character, he's no problem at all. Alright, let's see here. I believe that's all of our men, plus... Oh, my. Oh, yeah, and once you open that gate, more will spawn out, so be careful of that. It took me by... I totally forgot about the first 2 times here. And finisher! Man, I love this guy. He is just so power-packed. Alright, and here we go for this final assault. Whoa. As you see there, it can be a bit buggy. Like right now, I think I'm stuck in the wall a bit because of how I went down the staircase. So just try to reverse what you've done. You know, again, it is kind of a large add-on. You'll see some of the terrain a bit messed up outside. But you can always unsubscribe, after you do it. And I believe here we go for the final battle. I want to make sure all my men are on me here. Oh, there's Serana. Come on here, everybody. I want you to all to follow me. I want to see if there's anybody who's kind of straggling. Because if not, I guess this is all we have left. We have 1, 2... Oh, there's some other guys. 2, 4. I think we lost a lot of our main mercenaries. But here we go. Going into the inner throne room. And he's going to swarm us with a bunch of guys. But don't worry about it. If you, like I said, if you have a good mercenary band, you are okay. The lever for this is right here. Here's all. Oh, we actually have a lot more men than I thought. Archer, archer, mercenary, mercenary. Alright, let's do this. For freedom! There they all are. Alright, here we go. I want to find him, though, in the group. He will be dressed differently, obviously, than the basic falconized soldiers. In fact, if I can... in fact, I think he's the one that uses that lightning. Where is he? Here he is. Ragamut. And he's going to be the main guy here. As you see, he falls pretty easily if you have... Sorry, I just totally killed Serana's thing. Oh, here's the rest of our guys, yeah. So it looks like, I mean, this is kind of how battling goes. You lose a lot of your front-end mercenaries, but those archers will last a long, long time. Now, this is important, though, if you're using the mod. You want to go to Ragamut here and take the treasure room key from him. And that's how you're going to basically complete this whole mini-game, so to speak. As you see here, all of our archers survived well and good. And so once everyone's dead, as they've been, hello, Serana. There are 2 ways to get up here. One's that way and one's this way, but it all leads to the same room. And this is the treasure room. This is your reward. Oh, actually... Oh, you know what? It might be different, but I'll go to this room first. This is your reward for what you've done. As you see, these are cosmetic. You can't actually take wool thread unless you do the main quest. But all these chests are going to have 4,000 gold in them each, plus all these models that are very familiar with the Thieves Guild. Now, all this, I mean, I'm paying 4,000 just to hire these mercenaries for a day. So, I mean, in the end, if you beat this, you're going to get 3 times just in gold alone, plus then everything else, as you see here, in return. So if you need some extra money, this is definitely the mission to do. And if you are afraid of like, oh, well, I don't want my mercenaries to, really, I guess, take up all my money, do not, do not worry. You will be paid back in full, plus more. And just as a heads up, some of these do not, you can't take them like that. It don't work. But I want to see what happens in the second room now, because that one also, I believe, takes a key. So that's the first treasure room. If I'm not mistaken, this one should lead... I thought it led to the same one, but I think these are different. Yep, and here's the second treasure room key. Well, treasure room, I should say. This one is not as fancy as the other one. As you see, there's not as much, I guess, stuff to take. You will get a few ingots and stuff. First time I've actually been in here, so I'm seeing it for the first time. Actually, if I'm not mistaken, once you clear the castle, it might become yours. Like, you might be able to live here. Because here's the whole bedroom. So, yeah, I guess the point would be the Falconaya becomes yours once you beat the main quest. And I don't believe I'm missing anything major in here. I think it's literally just a living setup for somebody after they've beat it. Treasure room is always cool. But then, as you see here, go up to Skyrim. Ragamut is dead. You've cleared the castle. You have a nice sweet crib now if you want to keep it. I'm not sure if you just have to reload the mod or if it'll actually reload itself. The room makes me think that you'd have to unsubscribe and resubscribe or do whatever. Oh, and there you go. The restart battle is just on top of the castle. So you can clear it out and you can keep the place to yourself if you'd like, or you can reset the battle with that switch. And that'll bring you back, I believe, to the front. And that'll respawn everybody and all the objectives. So, if I'm not mistaken, all my items should still be on me, though. If I can see. Yep. And so, if you want to just keep doing that and milking all the gold you can and go right ahead. So, anyways, everybody, that was the LC Castle mod, well, Castle Invasion, and the Mercenaries mod. I believe, though, if you reset the battle, as I'm seeing here, let me see if they come back, but it might get rid of all your mercenaries. Oh, no, here they are. It just takes a bit for them to come back. But yeah, that's the battle, and that's how you do it. And I hope you enjoyed these 2 mods, and thank you for following me on this journey. I have 10 mercenaries now. Yeah, because you lose them, and then they start to go. Alright, and I'm going to dismiss you all. Pay all. Alright, well thank you all very much. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I'll see you all later. Bye bye.